American football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Chiefs, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. A little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news? Left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. Coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And down right around the 32-yard line. On the pickup.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing is Stanley. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. On 1st down, Jet. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They run the counter. Jet. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They run the counter. Jet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Here comes the 8th play of the drive. Full 10 yards on 3rd down. Stanley looking to pass. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's hit. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Burnett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. Up the middle they go. McQueen. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 66 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that
Qualifies a big play to get him in the end zone.
Stanley. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brooks.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
47-yard line.
Now Stanley.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Completes it right side to Cooper. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Stanley to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brooks. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll look to throw again.
That is caught.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync. And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Got an open man, it's Burnett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are back within a score. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first. Out of there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah. Streaks here.
Throwing to start the drive. Stanley. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Stanley.
That's pulled in by Brooks.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Got it out one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jet, just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And they brought... They're just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Still going. Inside the 10.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's caught, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain. Kansas City 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Jet. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Jet. Fights through him. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Burnett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
2nd and 11. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there, saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the right side, he finds Burnett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, this is where... to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Here we go. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Bengals.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make...
Now Stanley.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Now 2nd and 4.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Stanley.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
He's back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. To go for it with such little time remaining, and as a Playoff run may end right here. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game.
And the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.